Here's Leonard Fournette, 1,000-yard rusher from a year ago. And he'll get this one up to the 26. Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
The last play got just a yard. Here's 2nd and 9 from the 26. On 2nd down, here's Fournette. Fournette, a first down, still going. How did he stay on his feet? And all the way down to the 12. A big run by the big man Fournette. 61 yards that time on the ground. A real field flipper there as all of a sudden they've got a first down in the red zone. First carry for Carlos Hyde. And able to break one tackle, but then quickly brought down. But a nice little gain. Give him 10 yards on the pickup, and that'll make it 2nd and a foot or so. And Bortles going to sneak it. And he'll be brought down right on the edge of the goal line at about the 1-yard line. He'll wind up getting 2 there as he does it himself and picks up the first. Last year, the Jags had 18 rushing touchdowns, 9 by Fournette, and he's back there on 2nd and goal. They'll try to punch it in with Fournette. And just a short gain that time as they're able to get him down. Only a yard on the pickup there, 2nd and goal.
This drive is pretty clear. Almost feels like old-school fundamentals, doesn't it? Want to impose their will on the defense. Was that 5 straight runs?
Yeah, 5 straight carries to start this drive. And like you said, the way it's working, they may just stick with it. They get it to him running left. And he is going to lose yardage here. That'll be a loss of a yard, and it leads to a 3rd down. Driven it down the field nicely here on the opening drive, and now it's put up or shut up.
No doubt about it, because to make that type of a drive and ultimately kick a field goal would feel very disappointing. But I'm just wondering, is the head coach thinking, is this 4-down territory? Might he go for it?
Bortles will keep it, and he'll take this one in for a Jags touchdown. Blake Bortles scoring on the sneak from a yard out. And the Jaguars drive right down the field and score on the opening drive. Here's Lambeau out to kick this one away. This will be taken in at the 1. And not a bad return here. He gets it out to the 20. Yard line. Now the first NFL carry for Saquon Barkley. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. It's a loss of a yard there, and now 2nd down. A loss of a yard there to start out. That leads to a 2nd and 11. On 2nd down, here's Barkley. And he'll take it ahead to the 28-yard line. Give him 4 on the ground there. They're now left with 3rd and 6.
On a 2nd and long, it's really nice to see an offense that has enough confidence to run the football in that situation. I think that goes back to their practice and game planning. They've seen things that they've seen on tape and in previous games that led them to believe that even in a long-distance situation, they can still run the football and gain enough yardage to put themselves in a good spot on 3rd down.
Throwing on 3rd down, LaLetta. Throw left side, complete to Ingram. And he'll be out of bounds, but able to get it up past the 45. A gain of 19 and picking up the first.
I know at the end of games, coaches always tell us that no one play won or lost a game. But this seems pretty important early, doesn't it? Their ability to pick up that first down on 3rd down, I thought that was key.
Well, you're already in the hole after the touchdown on the other side. How will you respond? We talk about that a lot, and they responded pretty well there. You go 3 and out, I think you give up a lot of momentum. You get down 2 scores, could be an entirely different game.
So they've got a nice drive going now. They're in good shape. What's interesting to me is they're also in that spot of the field where you would take a shot.
Nowhere to escape, and he goes down.
I always love the opening game of the season, and for the players, always nice to get those firsts out of the way, isn't it? How about here? The first sack of the season. Not just in the first game, but in the opening drive. That's the way to get things kicked off.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And not much there at all. Maybe a yard up to the 43.
One thing to keep in mind, partner, especially in the second half, when you've got a running back of this size, of these dimensions, I can just tell you, attrition does set in for a defense because you're excited about hitting him in the first half. Maybe not so much in the second half, and some of these shorter gains turn it.
Looking for his receiver, sharp, and it's intercepted. Picked by Riley Harrison, and they take possession 2 yards away from midfield at the 48-yard line. So the first interception of his career under center, and you knew it was going to happen sooner or later.
It has to. And I know he feels like the world is just tumbling down at this moment, but there's got to be some veteran somewhere, some mentor that's going to tell him, hang in there, my man. Plenty more to come. Keep firing.
Fournette, a first down carry. He'll get about 4 here, down to the 43-yard line.
And that was a good run. This is only one of 9 guys to go over 1,000 yards in 2017. And I think you can't let him run wild here.
Or you think 100 yards, the measuring stick?
Always. That is the threshold. You want to keep him under that if you want to play good defense.
Bortles on the give to Fournette. And he'll take this one down to about the 40. Olivier Vernon brings him down.
Partner, we know today's NFL is really built around the guy throwing the football. But these short runs, they still pay dividends because they can take their toll on a defense and they can add up as the game goes along. You control the clock, you control the ball, and that way you often control the game.
A good chance this is 4-down territory if they're unable to convert. But right now looking at a 3rd and 3. They'll try and run for it with Fournette. Fournette fighting through. And he's going to get this down near the 30-yard line. 10 yards there, good enough for a Jags first down. One thing's for sure, this defense has to figure out how to stop the ground game. He's eating them up here in the first quarter.
It looks like they have to go to different forces, aren't they? The conventional things aren't working too well. So I remember a coach of mine saying way back when a back's having a great game, you've got to get the ball out of his hands. See how far he can run without the ball. And what he meant was takeaways, knock it loose, because maybe you can't just stop him with just regular tackling. And the big fella stuffed that one up in a big way. I think doubling him has to be a priority because you can't move up to the next level if you don't take care of him first.
And he's going to be taken down. Pressure gets there back at the 39-yard line. Alec Ogletree leading the surge there. He drops him for a loss of 6. Following the sack, 3rd and long for Bortles and the Jags. from the gun. It's Bortles. There's the first NFL catch for DJ Shark. And this time not quite to the 30. It'll be down at the 31-yard line. They get 7 there, but it brings up 4th. And Lambeau will put this one through. And that will make it 10-0 here in the first. So that's a 7-play drive that ultimately stalls out there at the end.
And things were a little leaky in the beginning on that drive, weren't they? But how about the front 7? As they got closer to their goal line, things stiffened a little bit, forced the field goal.
And he'll take this across the 25, couple extra yards, up to the 27-yard line. The Giants making their way out, and at this point you would have to think that all mentions of last year maybe erased from team history, or at least that's what they want. Yeah, clearly, Charles, correct me if I'm wrong, the talent on this team, too good for another 3-13 finish, right? And
I think that was reflected in their draft in 2018. Because if it was an all-out rebuild, they would have drafted a quarterback at number 2. Instead, they drafted Saquon Barkley. So that signals to me they want to get back to running the football and trying to punish people on offense and take the pressure off of Eli Manning. And on the defensive side of the ball, they obviously have to get better. But believe it or not, you know who can really help them there? Their head coach, Pat Shermer. Comes from a defensive family, understands how valuable it is, and loves the toughness and the identity that a good defense can provide.
A good pickup there at 22.
On any given pass play, you never know exactly where your exit points are going to be. On this play, it was flushed to his left.
Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on first down. Now Lawlett on first down. On the catch, this is Russell Shepard. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. Back-to-back nice gains. That one for 14 yards and another first. This quarterback now, after the pick on the last drive, 3 for 3 to start this drive. It's 1st and 10. From the red zone now, Lawlett. To Shepard, complete over the middle. And able to break one tackle, but then quickly brought down. That throw good for 4. It's 2nd down.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before he could get a good head of steam going.
The pitch goes to Barkley, and he'll fight his way down right around the 12. Call it a gain of a yard, and it's going to bring up 3rd and 5. The completion on first didn't get much, and now the run on second doesn't get a whole lot either.
Well, if you're a good play caller, you've already looked ahead and anticipated this type of situation. Already down on his play sheet, trying to dial up a big 3rd down play.
Watch it now, Barney!
A first carry for the Clemson man, Wayne Gallman. And he'll get this one down to about the 10-yard line. Just a gain of 2 there, and it's going to bring up a 4th down.
Well, forget knowing where the first down line was. This defense created their own line of scrimmage. They won every battle up front. And a lot of times that is one-on-one. If you win your one-on-ones enough times, your defense is going to be pretty good. They had more people to the football and snuffed out the play.
So they put together a good little drive there, but ultimately stalling out in the red zone.
Yeah, I know a lot of people look at it as a little bit of a negative. They didn't get 6 points out of it, right? Didn't get the touchdown. But that's actually okay. They got 3 points. Able to give their defense a little bit of rest, let them settle down over there. So all in all, to me, that's a good drive.
The Jags heading out on offense. Last year, we said, Charles, one of these years it has to come together for the Jaguars, doesn't it? Well, guess what? It certainly did. They won double-digit games for the first time in 10 seasons, and they picked up 2 more wins in the playoffs before falling in that tough one to New England.
And they decided that on offense, they were going to be a team that knocked you off the ball and ran it. That's why they drafted Leonard Fournette out of LSU, and he gave them some toughness and an identity. Quarterback Blake Bortles, often criticized, but elevated his play in the playoffs, both with his legs and his arm. But the defense, that's where the big transition happened. Yannick Ngakoue coming off the edge. Calais Campbell, maybe the best player on the defensive line in the league last season. But Jalen Ramsey out at corner, he gives them their swagger, he gives them their look, and he gives them great play on the edge.
Ball on the 30 as they come up 2nd and 10. Bortles will try again on 2nd down. And a diving grab. I think he got that. Yes. And they'll get 9 there as that sets him up better for 3rd down.
Every guy that plays this game has plenty of people around him that are concerned for his health and well-being. He had no regard for his body on that catch at all, did he?
Middle of the field diving to grab it? No, he didn't. Sunday. On 3rd down, Fournette. And a good swarm to the football defensively as they get him down at about the 40. Just a 1-yard pickup there, and it'll be 4th down.
From this vantage point, they've got the lead here. So for me, that'd be enough to go ahead and punt the football and let my defense defend the long field.
If you go for it, you don't get it, then you really put your defense in a tight spot.
Yeah, but we never know what people ultimately will decide to do here on 4th and inches.
And able to follow his center and pick up the first. They only needed a few inches, but still some anxious moments there, but they do convert on 4th. So after 2 first downs, they get another here. 1st and 10 at the 45. A handoff to Fournette. And some room to maneuver. Whoosh. And still fighting. A big chunk on the ground there, 27 yards. Well, so much for keeping him under 100 yards, Charles. You said earlier they needed to keep him in the double digits. Last run puts him over 100 already.
Yeah, and we're still in the first half. Long way to go.
First down, a run with Hyde. And he's going to fight his way forward here for a modest gain. Give him 5 on the carry there, and it'll be 2nd down.
Despite the blitz, they're still able to pick up a nice solid gain. The disadvantage of blitzing often alters the normal spacing and run fits and leaves creases like they were able to exploit right there.
Under 4 to go now as the clock runs and they come up on 2nd down. Here's a give to Fournette. And able to push his way forward here for a good little gain. Give him 4 on the carry, and it'll make this a 3rd and about 2.
Nice job there defensively on 3rd down. Not only did they string the play out, but they didn't allow any room for a cutback. Really well organized on the defensive side.
No one ran the ball more than the Jaguars in 2017, and we could very well see another carry here on 3rd and short. And he'll wind up losing yardage here back at the 21-yard line. That'll make it 4th down after a loss of 1. No move to get the offense off the field here. They've converted once on this drive. On 4th, they'll go again and try it once more.
39, Lucy.
They'll go with a big back Fournette. And, boy, this is going to be close. That mark looks a little short, and he didn't get there. Leonard Fournette stops short of the marker on 4th down. And the Giants are going to get the football back. The 4th down run successful. Now they look to pay it off on 1st down. They'll start out on the ground, and Saquon Barkley. And he'll push forward for about 4 up to the 23.
I call that play a success. A nice inside run sets up a very manageable 2nd down. A very solid gain on that play.
The toss out to Barkley. And he spins through. And forget about finding a lane. He barely had time to look up before he was planted in the backfield. He'll wind up losing a yard on the play, and that's going to bring up a 3rd down. They don't need to run another play here before the 2-minute warning. Let's see if they do it anyway. from the gun on third down. Lauletta. And the Jags get to him as down he goes. Telvin Smith in there to take him down and to take us to the 2-minute warning. 2 minutes to play here in the first half. We're back to East Rutherford, but first this timeout. And now they're going to go for it. This isn't 4th and inches. This is 4th and 14. They're going for it. It's Lauletta. He finds Coleman. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. 4th down conversion plays, you usually think 1, 2, 3 yards, maybe 10. Not there. What a huge pickup as the Sticks make a drastic shift forward. So the line is now as they come up 1st and 10. And now the Jags defense deciding to call a timeout. And they'll be disappointed to have to burn one there after giving up the first down. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10.
Now let's go. Blue line.
Lauletta on 1st down. Jukes by at the 20. That's complete. He's got Barkley out of the backfield. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. Give him 30 yards there. So the big play means just like that, they'll operate from the red zone now on 1st down.
All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56.
From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. They'll complete this to Ingram as tight end. Another nice gain, 13 yards that time, and another 1st down. Great mix of play calling so far. 3 runs, 3 passes. All 3 passes have been completions. 1st and goal.
I think on defense now, you have to almost take a chance. Rely on your scouting. Pick a play you think they would run here and just load up for it and see what happens.
They'll try and run forward with Barkley. And he's going to fight his way forward here for a modest gain. A pickup of 4 on 1st down. It'll be 2nd and goal. Now the Jags will use the second of their timeouts as they get the stoppage with just under 50 seconds remaining in half number 1. It's a quarterback sneak, and he is in. Touchdown, New York. Kyle Lauletta with his first career touchdown in his first career game. And the Giants are an extra point away from tying up this football game. So a tie ball game here as the kick's away. This is fielded at the goal line. And a nice return sets him up pretty good here at the 30-yard line. This offense trots back out there now, and as they do, Charles, one thing to point out that we saw a second ago are some of the new rules in the NFL this year regarding kickoffs.
Yeah, nowadays, the kickoff team, no more running starts. Remember that when you can kind of circle a guy around and here he goes? No more. You have to start, close to the ball. And when it's kicked, then you get to take off and go, so you can't build up your speed that way. Also, when you're returning it, remember those wedges that we used to say where guys would form together, 2 or 3 guys? No more of those. So it'd be a lot more man-on-man, one-on-one blocking. And also they have rules about where people have to be when the ball's kicked, where they have to be when the ball's caught. So to me, it's much more like a punt return than it is an actual kickoff return. So I'm eager to see if teams now take their punt returners, those nifty guys who make people miss in the open field, and make them the kickoff returners as well, because I think you can still get big plays in this area if you have the right people back there.
Now the first play of the drive there is incomplete. So they'll come up after the incompletion for second down. Shotgun now for Bortles. And complete to Moncrief over the middle. And they're going to get this beyond the 40 before he's taken down. And a nice gain of 21 yards. And that's one of his advantages of a passer, is not with his height, setting back there in the pocket, firing it over the middle, he can really see everything clearly.
It is, and I know that other quarterbacks get it done different ways, all right? You don't have to be his height to make a great play, but what he does is he takes away having to make those slide steps in the pocket to find angles to throw the ball through. He just throws right over the top of it because he can see everything, and sometimes that saves time and gets the ball to a receiver quicker.
Now it's caught inside the 25. A big play there just before halftime. 42 yards. So the big play means just like that, they'll operate from the red zone now on first down. They'll run it now out of the gun. A tough run gets him just inside the 10 to the 9, but no further. Now whistles and a timeout with 3 seconds left in the first half. So 3 seconds here remain in the half. On is the field goal unit to see about getting 3 points. From the left hash, a chip shot here. So we've reached halftime here on opening weekend. As we'll check in for the first time with the newest member of our Madden family, it's Jonathan Coachman with our EA Sports Halftime Report. Take it away, Coach. This is fielded at the goal line. And he'll take this across the 25, a couple extra yards, up to the 27-yard line. Here's the Giant offense now making their way back out onto the field. They're down here, but very much in this game. What's the tonality of a coach's talk when a game is within striking distance like this at intermission?
Typically, what they're doing is emphasizing the things that went well in the first half and wanting more of that. Sure, you've got to go over some of the errors and clean up some things because there's a reason you're down. But overall, I think they want to stay positive, stay up with this team. We're just starting the second half, and we've got the football. Let's go ahead and punch it in, and then we'll take it from there.
See how that recipe works. They'll run it again with Barkley. And the hole closes quickly. He gets it across the 35 to the 36-yard line. A 3-yard pickup on 2nd and 4. Now they'll need to convert here on 3rd and a little more than a yard. Now here's Lauletta. It's caught. Shepard. And he will have first down yardage as he's brought down at the 41. And 5 yards on the play there as the drive will continue. A first down carry for Barkley. And he'll be brought down. Oh, that's a face mask. Certainly looked like it. Indeed, here come the flags. After the penalty, a fresh set of downs. It's 1st and 10.
Green 39! Green 39!
After the penalty, they go with Barkley. And not much running room. Down to the 32. Give them 3 on first down. It'll set up a 2nd and 7.
What's the old expression, 3 yards in a cloud of dust? In this case, it's dust-covered pellets. It's no longer that old grass that we used to play on, right, and chew it up. Now we've got that artificial surface. You see the pellets go up. Still a nice play by the defense.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And he'll go down here right around the 23-yard line. It's a 9-yard gain, and it keeps the drive moving.
Nice job there finding room to maneuver, and he worked his way into another first down. And look, they had great field position to start, but boy, they've done a nice job taking advantage of it.
Now they're just hoping to cap it off.
Watch it now, Barney. Barney.
Running game working. They'll stick with it on first down. And he'll be taken down near the 20 at the 21. Telvin Smith that time there to make the play.
Well, we just saw a great example of what we talked about with his coach prior to the game. He's definitely one of the better linebackers at reading a play and flowing to make the stop before it turns into something big.
All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56. Gone, gone. Gone, gone.
And they'll try the air now with Lauletta. And that's going to be incomplete. Wayne Gallman is running back, the intended receiver. And it's third down.
All right, that one fell incomplete there, but the best quarterbacks, they'll miss on 40% of their throws, somewhere in that neighborhood, similar to a great hitter in baseball who's going to fail 7 out of 10 times and still have a great year. In this case, you want perfection, but way better that it hits the ground instead of going to an opposite color jersey.
Detroit! Detroit! Gone, gone! Gone, gone! All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56.
From the gun, here's Lauletta. And this time he's got the hook up. It's complete. And he gets it inside the 10 to the 9. First catch of the new season for him, and he picks up the first.
All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56.
They'll try and run for it on first and goal. A solid move on the run, but ultimately stopped short of the goal line. Down at the 2. It's a good pickup of 7 yards, and now they're looking at second and goal. From the 2 now, second and goal. Barkley will try to punch it in. Touchdown number 1 of the NFL career for young star Saquon Barkley as they have taken the lead. And a nice little start to the career for the rookie here, hitting the end zone in week 1 of his career.
And that's a true welcome to the NFL moment, isn't it? The one that you actually like. A lot of times it's that big hit from a linebacker that says, all right, Rook, here you are. But when you're able to put it in the end zone and feel that sense of accomplishment, that usually fuels you towards doing it many more times in your career.
Here comes the Jags offense now. Time for their first possession of half number 2. They're down in this game. A chance for the offense, though, to put something on the board, get some momentum here in half 2.
Try and get things kick-started for them. And you know at the half, they discussed how they were going to get that done. This is where scripting comes into play a lot of the time.
How many plays do you script coming out of the second?
Most of the time in the first half, you're scripting 12 to 16. I think in the second half, you're really scripting more like 8 to...
Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked off at the 24. And they have the football and will take over at the 24-yard line. They'll try and get this run game going. This is Barkley. A strong broken tackle on that one. And then they get him to the ground just shy of the 15. Just what you want on a first down run. Call it 8 yards. And it's second and 2. Again, it's Barkley. And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair. It'll go as a loss of a yard, and it'll set up third down. The Giants on third down. They've hit it 50%, 3 of 6 to this point. This time it's 3rd and 3. Here's Lauletta. And Ingram hauls it in. And brought down, but not before they get it inside the 10 to the 7. They're able to convert on third down, and that sets up a 1st and goal.
I got a kick out of that one, partner. You and I talk often about trying to hide receivers in certain situations, but a guy of his size can't really hide him. But the tight end drag route, definitely an effective way to sneak him across the formation for an easy completion and a 1st down.
They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. And that'll move him a little closer as he takes it from the 7 down to the 4-yard line.
Well, Brandon, we always know that once you score 1 touchdown,
you want 2.
You're without a doubt. And so far today, he's got 1, but was denied as he tried to get the 2nd one.
Second and goal from inside the 5.
Detroit! Detroit!
They'll give it to him up the middle. And he'll be stopped about a yard shy of the goal line after a pickup of about 3.
His path became similar to almost running a stretch play, didn't it? Trying to find a crease, anywhere to put his foot in the ground and cut back. It just never materialized.
Now flags will come in. I think this one's going to be on the defense for jumping. And he got a little aggressive too early.
And he did, wanting that quick takeoff as the ball was snapped, but I think sometimes those big guys on offense, they're pretty cagey too.
And he takes it into the end zone across the chalk. Now there is a flag down, but I think that's offsides on the defense.
Yeah, I think that's going to stand, partner.
Rosas good with the extra point, and that pushes the lead up to 11. Rosas now to kick this one away. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. Here comes the Jaguars offense as they get set to go again. And last time, 1 play interception. So this offense, they should be fresh.
That's a good way of putting it. And I can't wait to see what they decide to do with play calling. Because a 1-play drive where you throw an interception, a lot of people think the very next time out, run the football, don't give them a chance.
Maybe play action?
I think maybe you go play action, show your quarterback, you got a little confidence in him, and let him fling another one.
Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw. And he rifles one incomplete. D.D. Westbrook, his intended receiver. And it's 2nd down.
Had the right idea there, trying to throw it to the sideline, but he let him just a little bit too much, trying to get it out to his receiver. Ends up falling to the ground, incomplete.
Line of scrimmage, again the 25, 2nd and 10. Bortles again here on 2nd and 10. And he whips that one incomplete there. Trying to get it there to D.D. Westbrook. 3rd down here.
You know they wanted, you know they expected. They needed him to be sharp coming out after the half. Unfortunately, he's missed his first 3 throws. I wonder if he got out late and missed his warm-up time.
The whole team did come out a little bit later than usual. I don't know, maybe there's something to that.
Must have been a heck of a halftime speech.
Yeah, maybe just trying to rally the troops back from this deficit. A big one there for the Jags. 18 yards, 1st down.
And we see another pitch and catch there to the running back. This position just continues to evolve. They become just as critical to the passing attack as a lot of receivers, tight ends, because their ability to make people miss in the open field can really generate big plays for an offense.
11. Hey, spread left. Spread left. Lucy.
Bortles to throw on 2nd down. Going for the deep ball. And that one incomplete. They try to sneak in a deep ball with the clock running down, but to no avail. The Jaguars on third down. They've hit it 50%, 3 of 6 to this point. They're up against a 3rd-and-1 situation. And now the Giants will stop play as they take a timeout defensively. It's just their first. They'll be down to 2 remaining as we step aside here in the 4th quarter. The Jaguars on third down. They've hit it 50%, 3 of 6 to this point. They need just a yard here. It's 3rd-and-1. They'll try to run for it with Yeldon. And he has the first down yardage before they bring him down right at the 45. 3 yards there, good enough to keep the drive moving. Now, yes, a 2-possession game, but a good chunk of time on the clock, so they have the ability still there to run it on 2nd and short, but maybe they need to pick it up a bit.
You're right, they did pick up the first down there, but they, as you mentioned, they have to pick up the pace now because it's a 2-possession game. They've got to get there twice to make sure they have a chance to win.
Looking for more there on first down, but this throw downfield incomplete. So after the incompletion on first, now 2nd and 10. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he gets it inside the 35 and just shy of the 30. A 14-yard first down pickup for the Jaguars. Looking back to Leonard Fournette's rookie campaign, over 1,000 yards rushing. And coming into the league, some people saw this kid as an ex-Adrian Peterson. What can we expect from him going forward?
I like the comparison because of the size, the strength, the speed.
Now he's hit, and Bortles fumble. It's loose. But it looked like a Jaguar was able to cover this thing, and so Jacksonville will keep control.
On plays like this where the ball comes free, it's often unusual for the team that lost it to get it back. Because this is the quarterback. The ball gets away from him. Everyone else is trying to execute what they're supposed to do on offense. They're usually looking in the other direction, downfield, or have moved away from him. In this case, though, a teammate is able to come up with the ball.
Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked off around the 27. And they have the football and will take over at the 24-yard line.
Partner, we always talk about possessions being at a premium in these games. And now in this situation, throwing an interception here when you have to claw your way back in, that one's going to hurt, and in a big way.
They begin with a run by Barkley. And he'll be brought down here at the 28. Yeah, give him 4 yards there. It'll be 2nd and 6. Got to figure now, after getting that turnover, they're just going to be happy to keep the ball on the ground, right?
This is where covering the football, taking care of the ball, all the ball security terms that have ever been used, they come into play for the guys on offense right now. Just take care of it, and they've got a good chance of ending up winning this game.
Now they'll give it to the first option. That's their fullback. And they'll bring him down after just a short pickup. Call it a gain of a yard, and it's going to bring up 3rd and 5.
Well, big man with ball met bigger man on the other side of the line. A really nice play for the defense.
Detroit! Detroit! Here we go now. Blue 90! Blue 90! All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56.
The shotgun snap to Lalletta. And Latimer's got it. And he'll be brought down with the first down and a late flag here, too. And he may get a few more tacked on for good measure. It'll be a gain of 24 on the play. Maybe a critical mistake at this juncture as now they've got a 1st and 10. They'll run it now out of the gun. 3 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be 2nd down. Offensively with the lead, you want to run the ball, keep the clock going, but you also want to still kind of be in attack mode too, right? So how do you do that and not come back on your heels?
Yeah, think about all the practices we've watched where they have that tempo period to go over things just like this, where they describe the scenario, tell you what they're looking for, and make sure that they're still attacking, yet at the same time not going so fast as to leave too much time on the clock.
Run blitz there defensively, something we might see more of here in the fourth quarter.
I think we'll see a lot of it, and the difference between that and a pass blitz, you're just trying to get to the quarterback. You're trying to scheme someone open who will get to the QB and make sure he gets on the ground. In a run blitz, you're actually trying to cover up gaps, trying to cover up holes so they can't run the football.
Throwing on third down, Loretta. He finds Beckham complete. And finally, down he goes as they work it inside the 10 to the 7. They're able to convert on third down, and that sets up a first and goal.
Press coverage on the outside, and for defenders, that's the ultimate risk-reward. If you take the risk, can you reward yourself by keeping them on the line of scrimmage? But no, not on that one. Got to step on them. Now it's just a matter of laying the ball out there for him to go get it.
They'll try and run for it on first and goal. And he will take it on in for a giant touchdown. Saquon Barkley now with his third touchdown in his first ever NFL game. And the Giants are able to grow their lead. Rosas now to kick this one away. Akeem Hunt now to return. And a nice return sets him up pretty good here at the 30-yard line. The Jaguars offense now heads back onto the field. And there are parts of their last drive they'd like to emulate. And, of course, they'd like to forget the ending, the interception. But they did put together, Charles, a nice sustained drive to get him down the field.
Yeah, and unfortunately for them, the only thing that matters is part two, right? Because once they threw the interception and finished off the drive, that does them no good to go back and say, well, you know, we had a good one going. Finish things off. That's the only way you can get it done.
Moncrief brings it in. And he'll get it out near the 40 to the 39. Give him 9 there on the first down completion. Decent start to the drive, but let's face it, they need a lot of things to go right in a short amount of time down 3 scores.
Yeah, they're going to run their 2-minute offense here in this game, but this is for future games. Can they get better and be ready for the next time, hopefully with a chance to win?
A very solid gain of 27. Bortles now on first down. And he's going to be intercepted a third time. Picked up by Janoris Jenkins. And the return here will go to the 31-yard line.
Well, this defensive pressure has been constant all game long. The pass rush, the coverage, they've all been excellent, and now they'll tack on an interception here as this one continues to slip just further and further out of hand.
Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on first and 10.
Detroit! 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 Detroit!
Here's Lauletta after the interception. It's a loss of 5 there, bringing up second. And quickly, they get to the line.
Patriot! Detroit! 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 Over!
On second down, here's Lauletta. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete.
Well, we always talk about how you've got to be quick when you go through your progressions, and here's another prime example. Trying to look downfield, he was standing in the pocket, but just couldn't find anyone open, could he?
No, not enough time. They hit him and forced that incompletion. This is third and long. Here's Lauletta. Jaguar pressure and a Jaguar sack. Telvin Smith in there to get him his second sack now of the afternoon. Dixon, the punter, is on as he sends it away. And taken right on the 30. Time for a break. We'll come back to wrap this one up after this. The fourth down run successful. Now they look to pay it off on first down. Try to shake off the interception. He'll look to throw. Over the middle, hauled in by Shark. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. Give him 13 yards on the opening play of the drive and also give him a first down. They go play action here on first down. He couldn't quite hold it. Got hit. Ball pops out, incomplete.
This defense was definitely alert to the possibility of the deep ball, and they were more than ready for it.
They've got the lead, fourth quarter. Maybe can expect more passes like that downfield. Bortles will try again on second down. Flushed out right. He goes underneath for Yeldon. And he'll get it down here to the 43. Give him 6 on the play, and that'll lead here to a third down. You got the big lead defensively. Willing to give him that underneath stuff, right?
And this is why you work on your tackle. Tackle him after the catch, inbounds, keep the clock running. Just go ahead and bleed the game out that way.
Now a third down throw, but it misses the target, incomplete. Another wayward pass. You know, things started out poorly in this game, and to be frank, they just really haven't gotten much better.
And all that does is embolden a secondary. They feel good about what's going on, and they just play better and better.
Now Bortles. And that is incomplete, but there is a flag. And on fourth down, this is a big call. Well, we looked at each other right away. We knew that flag was coming out.
And I always enjoy the conversation post, because officials always tell you, I don't want to throw the flag, but you caused the play. You did it. I had to.
So 1st and 10 after a big mistake on fourth down with a penalty. Bortles now to throw. And he couldn't hang on. Would have been their 4th pick of the game. Instead, second down. He started out having some troubles back in the first half connecting with his receivers. Really hasn't gotten a whole lot better.
Yeah, he's at less than 50%, and you and I both know that just won't do. So I would think about spreading things out, putting it on the receivers, make them win those one-on-one battles on the perimeter and find their way open.
They try to throw on second down, but this one is incomplete.
Well, touch and time are critical for those types of throws. He put a lot of zip on that one. Needed just a little bit more finesse trying to get it to his back.
Now the Giants will use the second of their 3 timeouts. That'll leave them with just 1 remaining in this fourth quarter of play. The Jaguars on third down. They're at 50%, 4 for 8. This is 3rd and 10. Again, they'll throw with Bortles. And he's taken to the ground, but he was pulled down by the face mask. Here come the flags. And I believe this is going to be a first down. Dalvin Tomlinson able to get in there and drop him behind the line. Now a play fake here on first down. And that is caught. Touchdown, Jacksonville. Dante Moncrief. His first touchdown as a Jacksonville Jaguar. And the Jaguars make some inroads here on that deficit. Here's Lambeau out to kick this one away. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. And now out come the Giants. Now, the previous drive they punted, but that was just the first time they've had to do so in this game.
And when they turn on the game film, the coaches will rant about this, right? They'll say, oh, God, we got to move the ball, guys. We can't punt the ball away. But they have to keep smiles off their faces because that's the first time in the game they've had to do so. They've moved it quite well. They'll overall be happy with what they've seen.
The Jaguars going to go ahead and use their first timeout as they get the stoppage with just under 50 seconds remaining in the fourth. They'll come up now 2nd and 4 from the 31. They'll go to Barkley again. And tough going there as he'll only get it up to about the 31. And now the Jags going to signal for another timeout. as the clock will stop with 45 seconds left to go in the game. The Giants on third down. They've converted 7 times and could use another right now. This is 3rd and 4. A handoff to Barkley, and he'll get this only up to about the 35. Give him 3 yards there as that'll take us to 4th down. And a timeout here. Timeout taken, whistles blown. Timeout taken by the receiving team, as they stop it here with just under 40 seconds to go in the game. Here's Riley Dixon now, as he'll kick it away for the 2nd time. The Giants going to burn their 3rd and final timeout. And as the two teams talk it over on their respective sidelines, we take a break. Here's Riley Dixon now, as he'll punt it away for the 2nd time. And it's a fake here on 4th and inches. And he sheds a tackle. Now he's got some space. And the gamble pays off. They get the first. A big breakdown defensively there on the fake punt. Turns into a huge play and a 1st down. A final score now from Baltimore. And the Bills have wound up winning that one. A win would be their first of the young season. Now contact up front as penalty markers come in. Who is this against? They had to go.